For those of you who don't know me, my name's Kat, and I teach 2 yoga classes at Swarthmore twice a week, but we're not at Swarthmore, and so I thought it would be a fun idea to do a virtual class with you today, as requested by a few of my students and Max Miller. Unfortunately, it can only be 30 minutes, at least to begin with, so we're going to do this quite quickly. It's going to be a tough sequence, and so I encourage you to pause the video, take rests as you need it, and come back and practice these things on your own time because we all have a long time to practice yoga. So let's get started in extended child's pose. So bring your toes to touch the back of your mat, spread your knees out wide, melt your forehead and chest to the ground, and reach your arms forward. Begin to settle here. Close your eyes. Bring your attention to your breath. And just notice the sensation of your breath moving throughout your body. Throughout our practice, we practice Ujjayi breath. That means breath through and out of the nose. So let's take a few of those together now. Inhale through your nose, your back will rise, feel nice and powerful. Exhale out your nose. This will help heat up our practice so we can get into postures a little more deeply. As I'm talking to you now, reach just a little bit more forward as you're a little more open. Maybe spread your knees out a little wider. Sink into your mat. Nice. On your next breath, come to tabletop pose. Stack your shoulders over your wrists, your hips over your knees. Engage your core. Shoot the energy from the root of your head towards the front of the wall. Breathe here. Moving straight into cat pose. Round your spine, look between your thumbs, push away from your palms. From here, without uncurling your toes, lift your knees off the ground 1 inch. So we're in cat, so our spine is rounded, and our knees are just hovering off the ground 1 or 2 inches. Feel this in your core. Your abs should be heating up. Option to stay here, or option to send that right leg back and straight. Either point or flex, it doesn't matter. Breathe here. Option to keep it there, or option to take 3 little crunches here by bringing it in and back. Extend and bend. Beautiful. Switch legs. Lift the left foot off of the ground. Extend and bend. That's 1. Extend and bend. That's 2. Keep rounding your spine. Extend and bend. Beautiful. Come back down. Release your knees down to the ground. And take a few cat-cows on your own time. Inhaling and exhaling, rounding and curling your spine. Release some of the ab tension that we just built up. Move your head with your body. Connect your breath to each movement. That's the vinyasa part of our class. And then come to find a stillness in a neutral tabletop pose. Slowly, 1 arm at a time, bring your fingers to face your knees, and then lean back a little bit to give your wrists a beautiful little stretch. Maybe you play around with it by moving lightly back and forth. And then move them to opposite edges of your mat, rocking side to side. We're doing a lot of wrist work today, so it's really important that we're open in that part of our body. Beautiful. And then just come to have a seat on your knees. Inhale up to kind of a mountain pose. Engage your core, round your triceps in. Exhale, baby back bend. Lean back, look up. Your elbows are parallel with your shoulders. Move them back, breathe here. This is a tiny little back bend, so you can feel it in your chest, shoulders, core. Inhale, back up. Exhale, side twist to the right. Drop, side bend to the right. Drop your right arm down. Reach with your left arm. Feel this in your left side obliques. Breathe. Bring that elbow back in line with your ears. Inhale back up to center. Exhale to the left. Drop your left arm down. Reach across with your right. Feel this in your right side obliques. Inhale back up to center. One more baby back bend because it's fun. Exhale, baby back bend. Look up. Can you curl back even more? Inhale up to center. Exhale back down to tabletop. Extend your right leg long and then extend your left arm long. Preparing to grab your foot, so bend into your knee. Grab for the outer or inner sides of your foot and bring your thigh up as high as you can. This beautiful thigh stretch. Nice. Keep that chest nice and forward, shoulder back. Breathe into it. This is pretty intense. Just take note of how you're feeling. Can you kick that leg even higher? And then slowly release. Going to the opposite side. Left leg extends, right arm extends, reach back with the opposite hand, opposite foot. Again, this is kind of like a half dancer's pose. So this is more of a back bend than anything else, but also feel that in your nice thigh stretch. Open mouth exhales. Anytime you get overheated, I already am. And then slowly release. Plant your hands about 2 inches in front of you. Curl your toes under, high plank, straight into downward facing dog. Take any movements here that feel good to you. I like to pedal out my dog. Feel it in your different calves. Maybe you come up all the way onto your toes, send your heels down. Take some soothing breaths here. Wherever you are, press your palms away. Round your triceps in so you're pressing your chest deeper towards your thighs. Send your hips low. Keep pressing away from your palms. And then find stillness here. Keeping everything above your waist where it is. Bend into both knees, so much so that maybe your chest touches them. Bend into your arms. Inhale here. Feel this beautiful pounce pose. Exhale, jump to the top of your mat, toes to touch. Then bring them hips width distance apart. Bend your knees, ragdoll pose. Release your upper body over your lower body. Doesn't really matter what you do with your hands here. I like to bring them behind my neck for an upper back stretch. Maybe you like to grab for opposite elbow. Wherever you are, keep your neck nice and loose. Maybe you sway side to side. Switch out your grip if you have one. And take a generous bend in your knee so your chest can touch your thighs. Feel this in your hamstrings. Bring your weight more towards your toes. We tend to bring our weight back here. Even it out. Then release your hands down to the mat. Toe heel your feet together to touch. And with one vertebrae at a time, slowly rise up to mountain pose. Your head rises last. Inhale up to mountain. Exhale, baby back bend, send your hips forward. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, side bend to the right. Right arm drops. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, baby back bend. Last one, elbows wide. Inhale, center. Exhale, forward fold, let it go. Inhale, halfway lift, reset your spine, hands to shins or thighs. Exhale, 2 push-ups. Keep your triceps in. We go down, up, and then upward facing dog. Nice big inhale here. Hold it. Push away from your palms, chest forward, eyes up. Engage your glutes. Send your hips lower, your chest higher. Feel this in your back. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a nice deep breath here. Inhale through your nose. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Nice. We're moving on to something new here, so feel free to look at me before you go into it. Inhale your right leg high. You can actually take a nice little hip opener here by opening up into that knee. Move to work that right hip over the left. It will never happen, but it just feels good. And then round forward into high plank, keeping that knee close to the chest. Then plant the foot down just so the top of the foot, like we did in that hovering posture, is on the ground. Hold it here. And then slowly bring all of your weight into your right leg and lift the left leg up. It's a little different when you're in a plank pose, but keep that right knee nice and down. Yes. Beautiful. We're here for 4, 3. Tap your left foot down in 2 and 1. Left foot down. Beautiful. Hold that knee into your chest. This is a lot on your core. I understand that. We're moving to side plank, opening up to the left. So plant your right hand up. Keep that right knee bent. Inhale up. Rise that left hand up. Nice. So the right knee is off the ground. I'm shaking too. We're in this together. Keep that shoulder back. And then bend into the arm. Bring your hand behind your head. Inhale here. Extend the knee towards the mat. Inhale. Exhale, crunch. We're doing 4. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. That's 2. Extend, crunch. That's 3. Extend, crunch. That's 4. Come into high plank, keeping that knee where it is. Move to the opposite side, so left arm is your base. Keeping that right knee up, move towards the other side of the wall. Same thing on this side, but the right knee's on top instead of on the bottom. Ready? Here we go. We inhale, extend, exhale, crunch. 4. Inhale, extend, exhale, crunch. 3, 2, and 1. Yes, you just did that. Come through, bring that right knee in, and then plant it for a low lunge. Sweet release. You can pause this video at any time. I just want to remind you. Awesome. Slowly rise up to crescent lunge. Stack the knee over the ankle. And take a few minutes here to settle into this posture. Bump that left hip in line with the right. Engage the core. Round your triceps in. Gorgeous. Can you sit a little lower? You're on your left toes. I'm sweating alongside you. Don't worry, we're in this together, even if we're far apart. Nice. And can you take a little back bend here? Bending into your arms like we did in the baby back bend. Feel this more in your left thigh, left hip, excuse me. Sink a little lower into your right thigh. Breathe. Come back to neutral crescent. Yes, you can. And then on one big jump, come up to one-legged mountain. Your right leg is your base. So left leg rises, knee is in line with hip. Whatever you do with your arms is up to you. Just feel this nice and strong. Push up from your right foot. Then from here, we're moving straight into warrior 3. I'm gonna hit my wall, so I'm gonna move back. Warrior 3, take that left hip, right hip, left foot back. Reach forward with your hands, and then come into a T position. Make sure that hip, the left hip, is in line with the right. Reach forward with both hands. Nice. If you fall out of it like me, just come right back in. But you want to find it a focal point, a drishti, an unmoving spot on the floor in front of you to help focus your mind, which will then help focus your body. Nice. Can you sink a little lower with your chest? Rise the foot a little higher. Flex the foot. Reach forward with both of your arms like Superman. We're here for 4, 3, standing splits in 2, and 1. Nice. Drop the hands down. Lift the left leg even higher. Feel this in your right hamstring. Release the neck and enjoy this beautiful stretch. Whew. When we're ever in a stretching posture for a long period of time, you have to remind yourself to sink deeper into it now that you get more open. Every other breath or so, readjust. Can you move a little closer? To add a challenge, release your hands from the mat, maybe grab for the ankle, maybe just hover them in prayer pose. Option to keep your hands here for Shiva squats, or option to bring them down. We inhale, and then exhale, Shiva squat. Hold it here. Left knee is behind right knee. You're coming into the tiniest ball possible. Round forward like we're in that cat position. Inhale. Exhale, back up to half splits. We're doing 10. We lower, lift, lower, lift, lower, lift. I think that's 7. We're here for 6. Yes, you can. 5, extend all the way. Yes, you can. 4, can you get even lower? 3, 2, high plank, in 1, okay, nice, step it back, hands down. Can you do 2 push-ups? Again, keep those elbows nice in, 1, 2, upward facing dog, shine your chest, downward facing dog, exhale, breathe. Woo! Can you believe we were just about 15 minutes into class? Take a cleansing breath in downward facing dog. Inhale through your nose. Can you press further away from your palms? Exhale through your mouth. Nice. So unfortunately we have to do that on the other side. But we got this. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, bend into that knee, open up that hip. Breathe here. Maybe you look underneath your left armpit. Keep moving that left hip in parallel with your right. Can you sink a little deeper with your chest? And then round forward into high plank, keeping that knee off the ground. You know what's coming next. Slowly plant your left foot, the top of the foot down on the mat. Hover it. Nice. And then moving on into lifting that right toes up. Hold it. Nice. Just hold it. And then bring your knee to your chest. And then extend. Knee to chest. Extend. Knee to chest. Can we do 3 more? Extend. In, bend, extend. 2, and 1. Yes, you can. And then slowly coming onto your left palm, releasing your right palm up to the sky. Keep that left knee off the ground. Bend into the right hand. Extend, bend. Connect knee to elbow. Inhale, exhale. Just 2 more. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Plant the right hand down. We're switching to the opposite side. Keep that left knee off the ground. Left arm up. Nice. Extend, bend, extend, bend. 2 more. Inhale, exhale. Really reach. Inhale, exhale. Come back to center. Plant that foot forward. Low lunge. Knee over ankle. You did it. That was great. Inhale up to crescent lunge. Breathe here. Again, whatever you do with your arms is gorgeous. Just keep that left knee over the left ankle. Come up onto your right toes. Maybe bend into the right knee, maybe don't. Breathe. Option to stay here, or option to take the little back bend, shoulder stretch, whatever feels good here on this side. Keeping that right hip in line with the left. Sink a little deeper. Yes, you can. Breathe. And then jump up into one-legged mountain. You know where we're going. Left leg is your base. Now your knee is in line with your hip. Get nice and tall. Engage your core. Flex your foot. Can you reach higher? Can your triceps round in? Inhale. Exhale, warrior 3. Kick that right leg back. Move your arms forward like Superman. I don't know why I'm so close to the front of my room. Breathe here. Find one focal point for your eyes to look at. Can you bring that foot higher, your chest lower? Bring the right hip down, flex that foot. Breathe. Nice. Can you hold it? We're here for 4, 3, release to standing splits in 2, and 1. Release your arms down, neck goes limp, and just enjoy this beautiful left hamstring stretch. If you don't feel anything, bring your chest closer to your hamstring, your thigh. Maybe you lift your right leg even higher. Maybe you lift your arms off of the mat and try a balancing act. Bring them to an angle or to prayer. Inhale here. Exhale, Shiva squat. Bring that right knee behind the left. Tiny ball. We're creating that cat posture with our back. So round forward. Can you get even tinier? Inhale. Exhale, back to standing splits. We're doing 10. Ready? Here we go. 9. Yes. 8. Release. 7. Can you squeeze even harder? 6. Feel this in your thigh. 5. 4. Maybe you release your hands. 3. Maybe don't. 2. And 1. Come into high plank. 2 push-ups now. 1, 2, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Yes. So beautiful. Breathe here. Inhale through your nose. Maybe close your eyes. Exhale through your mouth. Yeah. Nice. Inhale, see your hands. Exhale, jump or float or step to the top of your mat, toes to touch. Inhale, halfway lift, reset your spine, straighten out those legs. Exhale, forward fold. Release. Inhale, up to chair pose, sink low, arms high. Set this up. Engage your core, so avoid the duck butt. Sink your hips a little lower, chest is high, rounding your triceps in. Can you see your toes? Shift your weight into your heels. Breathe. This is heating up our thighs. Can you bring your hips even lower? And then come up onto drinking bird, coming up onto your tippy toes. Your heels rise like you're wearing high heels. Just hold it. For 4, 3. We're moving from this to stand in 2 and 1. Up to stand, keep the heels off the mat. Inhale. Exhale, lower to drinking bird, hips are low. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. Let's do 2 more. Rise, lower, rise, lower. We're in this lowering position. Stay here. Bring your heels back down to the ground for normal chair pose. Bring your feet over hip width distance apart, and then come right down into Malasana, frog pose. Bring your elbows to the insides of your knees. Puff up your chest. Come into a prayer pose so you really open up those thighs. Breathe here. I'm out of breath with you guys. This is hard stuff. I acknowledge that. You sink a little lower, chest a little higher. If crow pose is in your practice, even if it's not, we're going to move into crow pose jump backs. So what that looks like is coming onto crow pose, bring your hands down to the mat about a foot in front of you. Bend into your arms. That's why we did all of those push-ups, to create nice strength in our triceps. Then make connection with your knees and your triceps. You're looking forward here. So you're creating a triangle with your palms and your gaze. Make knee to tricep connection, then slowly hinge your weight forward. So maybe one foot, maybe the other, can come off the ground. Stay there, or don't. Try it out for a few moments. Normally in my class I would say, if you need help, just wave me over and I'll come over and show this to you. But you can always DM me after class. So we're in crow pose. And this moves for a little more advanced yogis, but try it anyway. We're in crow pose, and from crow pose, we're gonna try a jump back. So we're jumping back into high plank, by releasing our feet back. I'll show you that again, if I can do it. So these are called crow jump backs. So we're in crow pose, and then you use all of your might to straighten out your legs, push your arms straight into plank. Here we go. Just like that, maybe a little more elegant. But try a few of those on your own time, just for a few seconds. You really have to push away from your palms. Push into your triceps. Take a few more breaths here. And then meet me in downward facing dog. We're done. Not really. We still have some stretching left to do. But we're in our final downward facing dog. And in downward facing dog, when I say round your triceps in, that means bringing them back towards your thighs and then in towards your ears. So you're pressing away from your palms to create a flat back here. Nice. Inhale up to plank, and then slowly exhale your way down to the mat, maybe doing some chaturanga arms. And keep your hands where they landed. Inhale up to cobra. Bring your chest, neck, and shoulders off the ground. Feel this in your upper back. Can you get even higher? And then release your left cheek down to the mat. Bending into both feet to grab for the outer or inner sides of your feet. And then inhale up to bow pose. Release the thighs up. We practice this at the beginning with that tabletop pose. Move the thighs even higher. Keep the knees together. Shoulders are touching each other. Neck is up. Breathe. Can you get even taller? Inhale. Exhale. Lower down, right cheek down to the ground this time. Can you even see me? Yes, you can. Maybe kick out your legs side to side, windshield them out. And then come into Sphinx pose by bringing your forearms down to the ground. Elbows close to your chest, your ribs. Your hand is in line with your elbow. And then come up. Move the shoulders back. Give me a proud chest. And then release your left arm to the ground. Shoulders touch the ground. And then move your right shoulder off the ground and your right knee leg behind your left. So you're creating this beautiful shoulder stretch on your left side by moving your body weight behind you. Maybe attempt to grab for the arm with your right hand. Maybe just release your right hand behind you to add more weight into the stretch. And slowly with control, rise back to center, roll back to center. And do the same thing on the right side. Sphinx pose and release the right arm long. Slowly roll over onto the right side, bringing your left foot behind your right, bending into it. Just breathe. We're cooling down now, guys. Who wants to do that again? Slowly roll back into center. That's a lie. Either way, slowly roll onto your back in as most of an elegant way as you can. Hug both knees in. Give your lower spine a nice little roll. Roll both ways, like a little ball. And then release your right leg long. Hug the left knee into your chest. Supine twist to the right. Guide your left knee to your right side body. Feel your lower back crack or stretch. Keep that left shoulder on the ground. Prioritize that as opposed to your left knee touching the ground. To make this more of an intense stretch, straighten out the right leg. Move the right hip even further back to make the twist even deeper. At this point in class, you can begin to shut your eyes and just let my voice guide you. There's nothing left to see. Slowly bring that knee back into center. Hug both in for balance, and then release your left leg long, guiding your right knee to your left side body. Again, prioritize keeping that right shoulder down. Use your left hand to deepen the twist. Move the left hip back more, straighten out that left leg. Slowly come back into center. Hug both knees in. Grab for the outer inner sides of your feet. Actually, the outer. Happy baby pose. Keep your lower back on the ground. Rock and roll nice and slowly. Massaging out your lower spine. Maybe straighten out one leg. Maybe straighten out the other for an added hamstring stretch. Just play around with it. Maybe close your legs. Maybe open them. Like a happy baby in a crib. And then slowly Bring your arms around your shins. Make connection with your forehead to your knees. Take one big inhale. You're in the tiniest ball yet. Sip in even more air, even more. And then open up, exhale, Shavasana. Let it go. Straighten out your arms. Your legs get big. Take up space. And enjoy the first few moments of silence. You're welcome to stay there as long as you need. Literally, it's your house. You can do whatever you want. If you're ready to move on, make your next breath a little more conscious, a little deeper, a little more intentional. Feel your chest rise and fall, ignoring the noises of the city. Maybe bring some life into your fingertips and your toes. And then when you're ready, slowly move onto the left or right side into fetal pose, using your bicep as a pillow, curling up into a tiny ball. I say this every class, but Shavasana represents the death of our practice, leaving anything on our mat that doesn't serve us. And fetal pose represents the rebirth. What do you want to take away from today? If you made it this far, that's enough. But take stock of anything mental. Do you feel lighter, a little happier, proud, confident, strong? When you're ready, come to have a seat at the top of your mat, facing your computer, facing me, and your hands to heart center, keeping your eyes shut. I just want to say thank you so much for practicing with me in this really unique time. I hope to see you again in person very, very soon. Let's bring our hands to third eye center, the space between your eyebrows, your seat of intuition. We bow forward and we say, Namaste. Thanks guys so much. I hope you enjoyed the video.